Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of TerraFirmaPunk. So I am sitting in my box here, where I've kind of gone, or where I plan on going AFK for the materials, for this mob farm. It's working. It works pretty good actually. This is kind of what I've collected over time. And that's me not being here very long, actually. The system I ended up going with was, I had this main part here. And what I ended up doing was having all these fans pull, which is two different sections. So we got some pulling in this direction and some pulling in this direction, which will bring stuff from, say, like back here, all the way to these hoppers here. Now the issue I'm having is there's these pockets in between the pieces. So like say right here, if I can get there. The items seem to have no issues. I have issues though. See like these sections. So every other block basically where there isn't a fan. Which isn't a huge deal. It just means this isn't fully automated and we lose quite a bit of stuff, because this is actually what the hoppers collected, which is about the same as what I've picked up just by running around in here over time, because every once in a while I'll just drop down and grab the items that didn't get pulled into the hopper, which kind of defeats the purpose of me going AFK, but I mean, this is a lot of pistons for one. Two, we don't really need it to be fully automated just because the amount of stuff. Maybe eventually I could change it, but right now this works just fine. We're getting plenty of materials from me just standing here doing nothing. So yeah, and it's not like this thing's used for a ton of stuff. Oh, it looks like we can smelt it down into double brass sheets. I did not know that. That is really good. Okay, so these are a little more useful than I thought they were. Can we turn the double brass sheets into regular brass sheets? Well, the double brass is used for quite a bit, actually. But can we can melt them back down into single ingots. I did the wrong one. It doesn't really look like we can turn it back into a brass sheet, but if nothing else, suppose we could just turn it into brass ingots, and I could punch them down into brass plates. Okay, well that's not so bad. Okay, so we have quite a bit of brass from this system. But what I want to do to speed things up just a little bit and to show you guys something that I've discovered, and it's not something I personally have discovered. I've figured it out, or figured it out by somebody having figured it out. I went to the internet and found that it's possible to move spawners, because I was trying to figure out a way of moving spawners in this pack, like maybe there's some sort of device we could use, but doesn't seem that way. Not in this pack anyway. Except for the Pistronics stuff, which apparently can move them. Not over long distances, unless you are insane, but it will move it a small distance. And they're not that expensive to make, actually. So we got this mechanical piston, which is a piston slabs, lumber. So you need the piston base, the copper gears, and some planks. And that will get you one of these pistons. Then the extension is lumber and a rod. A rod is wrought iron and planks. And you get 6 of them? Yeah, you get 6 of these rods for every 1 iron ingot, which is really good. So I want to go ahead and show you guys what I'm planning on doing. So we got this one spawner here. So I want to move that spawner to this spawner. And that will give us a double spawner, which will speed up the drop rate of stuff by quite a bit. Not like it's really needed, but the less time I have to spend here doing nothing would be nice. So let's go ahead and do this. Alright, so to do this, I'm going to make some room here. And they're starting to spawn here. Okay, so we'll set this down. And then behind that, we'll put a rod. See, I had trouble placing these, so I don't really understand how it works. Oops. Oh shoot, I lost one. Okay, so I have to do it like that. And then this will go in front of it. And then all it needs is a lever, and it will push it. Now I don't know if it can move other stuff, but we'll go ahead and clear this out a bit. And then we'll just move this spawner directly under that spawner there, which won't be too difficult actually. Just a little bit of time and patience, and you got yourself a spawner mover. How far are we? Still got a ways to go. So I'll use up the rest of these rods. That shouldn't be an issue. And I think there's another piece that, like, it's called a rod folder or something, but I don't really need that. I don't know how hard it is to make or anything, but I think I'd be able to store it in, or these rods in here, and just flip the lever as much as I need to. Okay, I don't want to overextend it. I should be getting close. So what? Okay, I'm not going to have enough rods, so we'll be alright. We'll use these last two here. And then we'll pick this stuff back up. Oh, that's really unfortunate. Alright. Oop. Is there any way back down here? Jeez. Okay. I'm having trouble. There we go. Get off, please. Thank you. Alright. So, I won't waste too much time here, but I think you get the point of what I'm trying to do. So now I'm going to try not to lose any more of these like I just did. Ooh. And, oh, crap. This isn't going well. Alright, I got them all back, looks like. Okay, so I gotta get it pushed a little bit more forward, and it looks like it's straight on, so all we have to do is push it back up. So what we'll do is, actually not that, we'll want to create a sort of little base here for me to work off of. If I can get under here now. There we go. Okay, that should do it. Maybe I should have. See, I don't know how, if there's like a certain wrench that lets me rotate them. I'm sure there is, but I don't know. Actually, let's do this. I don't know what it's called. Okay, perfect. And then the extension, which I don't know if I need to look at like that. We'll do it anyways. And then I'll have to figure out a way to do this. Place this rod. I might have to go down one. And get out of my way, Steam Pirate. And that won't work, so how about this? No. Come on. See, I don't think that will work, though. Wait, they don't stack anymore? Rod part? Where's a rod part? Oh, is it like because they're broken or something? That's weird. Wait, what? Oh. Wait, I got more? I think I just duplicated them. Okay, so I guess I will have to figure this out. But you get the point. I got to raise it up a couple blocks, and I'll put it directly under there. So I will get this done and see you guys in a bit. Okay, so I've finished. Does that seem lower? I don't know why that seems lower. There are now 2 spawners there, which will increase the production of these brass pistons. So while I was making it, I went down there. We got a lot of stuff. So yeah, this will keep us supplied pretty well. So yeah, we got 11 basic bags, 2 greater, 10 good, a stack, and 11 more pistons, and a bunch of rotten flesh, which I guess can be used for fertilizer. If that does anything, I don't know. Doesn't look like it's used for much else. And then lots of gold nuggets, which we can turn into gold ingots. Apparently gold-plated gears, which is nice. So yeah, we'll be able to. The big thing is the gold ingots, which then we can use for lots of stuff. So that's pretty much solved our gold problem, because we shouldn't have an issue with the gold anymore. And it looks like most of the TerraFirmaCraft stuff might be an issue, but it seems like most of the mods he's got, One Wolf has got switched around so they can use regular vanilla gold. So we shouldn't have an issue with gold anymore. I won't have to go out and mine it, especially since I haven't seen much of it. That will be nice, because the only vein I've found so far is poor gold. But yeah, with this we will have plenty of gold and quite a bit of brass. So I'm gonna take a bunch of this back, and I will head back to base, where we will get to work on the rest of it. Yeah, see, the system is not the greatest, but it works. Oh man, it's all jammed up. Leave the rotten flesh in there. Don't need rotten flesh. Oh, we got another. Oh, we got a zombie pigment trophy. All right, so I'll leave it at that. pretty much done with this. Eventually might make other spawner, mob grinders might come back to this thing and improve it, but I don't really see a need, just because we're getting so much stuff from it, it's not really necessary. Or I don't see it as necessary, at least for now. It might become necessary down the line, I don't know. But we will head back to base and continue with the quests. Alright, I am back. I just killed a giant miner. So I got his pickaxe with my flintlock gun. And there is a minotaur in my house. So I want to work on getting some olive oil. And to do that, we need some smooth stone. I think it means this one. I'm not sure. We'll take one of these stones here. Where? There it is. Don't want the raw meat. It is autumn, and I got some olives, which I put into this fruit press. The fruit press you get from a hopper, a TerraFirmaCraft hopper. I had to go ahead and make another TerraFirmaCraft hopper because I turned them all into regular Minecraft hoppers because they wouldn't. Apparently, these don't pick anything up for some reason. You get these from wrought iron double sheets and or pig iron. So you put that hopper into your crafting window, and that will give you a fruit press. And then we put a barrel under the fruit press, and then apparently put a smooth stone on top of the fruit press. Now that's not working. So did it mean one of these? Does it have to be a special stone? It did say to right click while sneaking. Oh dang. I don't know, the system always seems to be some weird. Need some certain type of rock. But it definitely said smooth stone. But I mean, that's basically... That literally has smooth stone in it. Or maybe it's got to be some special type of stone for some reason again. Let me look. See if I can figure it out, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I don't know what the deal is, but I figured it out. I turned it back into a TerraFirmaCraft hopper instead of the fruit press, which makes it work. So now it is pressing the olives in slowly into olive oil. Apparently that does not stop the decay rate though. You can shift right click, take it out. So I'll have to try to keep an eye on it, but it shouldn't be a huge deal, I wouldn't think. So I'll leave that to press, and it will slowly make us some olive oil. I need a sandwich. Okay, so let's go ahead and take the stuff we got. Let me turn this in real quick. Let's do iron. So it wants us to make the rolling machine. And the rolling machine, the whole reason we wanted all those brass pistons is because it requires a ton of brass pistons. So we need a workbench, 4 brass pistons, and 4 ingots, iron ingots. Let me put all these away here. Now we have plenty of brass pistons now, so this is great. So let's get 4 of these, and I think I lost one. There it is. So we need 4 of That's not enough. Need 4 planks here. And I was also told that zombies drop brass plates and pistons. I did look around for a zombie spawner, but I couldn't find one anywhere near me. So the steampunk pirates will just have to work. And they work just fine, so it's not a huge deal. I think I did it opposite. Yeah, I did. So that's ourselves a rolling machine. Nice and easy. We want... What do we want? Insulated copper wire, red pipe wire, LV wire connector, or wire coil. Wire coil. What does it take to make you? Copper, quite a bit of copper. You require quite a bit of copper and insulator parts, which that's not too bad. Let's just go for what's an insulated copper wire? Copper wire. That seems like a pain in the butt. So, problem is we only get one of those, so I don't know what use that will be, to be honest. None of these seem super useful. I suppose we'll just go for the wire coil. Okay, so now it wants us to make a four steam engines. So how do we make those? I'm guessing we're going to need the rolling machine. But that will be nice because that will generate us some power. So we need copper plates. And a boiler, some gold plates, which we only need some tin gears. And brass piston. That's super easy, actually. So let's set up the rolling machine. And get our clockwork engine. Get him powered up. And we'll go get some copper ingots real quick. And we'll need some brass. That should be enough. And that should do it, I would think. Actually, maybe it won't. We'll be close. Nothing else. Okay, so, whoops. Alright, that gets us 4 apiece, so that should be enough. And then we need to go ahead and make a furnace. Where's the steam engine? So that only gets us 1, so we'll need 4 boilers and everything. So this will not be cheap, actually. And I'm going to require more brass. I'm going to need all of those. And I don't... Can I make a Gabbro furnace? What were they called? Brick oven. Yes, I can. Okay. Couldn't remember or not. So let's make 4 of these. Am I going to have enough? I don't think I have any more, actually. I do. Perfect. Let's try again. There we go. And we need one more. So I need freaking 2 more of these things. Come on. 2 more rocks, please. I don't have 2 more rocks. That is all I got. Okay, we can do basalt. That's right. I'm assuming we can't cross them, though. Now let's try, though, real quick. And these lag spikes. Yeah, I didn't figure that worked. Figure I'd try. Okay. Alright. That's enough ovens here. Man, I'm lagging pretty bad. Okay, so how are you doing? A little bit more. Now I think I have to click that to get it to finish. And let's get these made. Okay, that's the boilers. And we need one more. Dang it. Okay, so we need a little bit more copper. Okay, and press those. And then we need the gold plates, so we just need some 10 gears. So we need 2 gears a piece. That gives us 2. I need 2 more. And then we need the nuggets, which we have a load of now. There's our gold plates. And we got those, so let's go ahead and make ourselves some engines. There we go, 4 hobbyist steam engines. And a engineer's wire cutters. How do we make those? And what are they even used for? Because I don't have a clue. Well, those are super easy to make. Wire mold, maybe? Iron plates might be good. Or a mechanical board. Let's do a mechanical board. Okay, well, that is all the time I have for today. We will continue down the path in the next one. Looks like it wants us to make a rock crusher. We'll have to power these up, which will require steam, which requires the boiler. So we will have to find a way of getting water. So that's something we'll have to work on. And we'll also have to head over to make the centrifuge. So that's, where the heck's that at? It's your automation, right? We'll have to make a centrifuge. So that's probably what we'll do next episode. So I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.